All right, good morning. So we are working on our final chapter review of the year for fourth grade. We are on page 547. All right, let's get going. For numbers 1a through 1e, select yes or no to indicate if a rectangle with the given dimensions would have a perimeter of 50 inches. So remember, perimeter is 2 times length plus 2 times the width, or we can use perimeter equals 2 times the length plus the width. Either one will work, right? Okay, so if I have a length of 25 and a width of 2, is that 50 inches? Well, let's see. 2 times 2 times 25 plus 2 times 2. Well, 2 times 25 is 50, and 2 times 2 is 4, so that's 54. No. 20 and 5. 2 times 20 plus 2 times 5. 2 times 20 is 40. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 20 is 40. 2 times 5 is 10. Add those together, we do get 50. A length of 17 and a width of 8. 2 times 17 plus 2 times 8. 17 times 2. That's 34. And 2 times 8 is 16. 34 plus 16, 10. That is 50. So yes. A length of 15 and a width of 5. 2 times 15 plus 2 times 5. 2 times 15 is 30, and 2 times 5 is 10. 30 plus 10 is 40. So no, that is not a perimeter of 50. And a length of 15 and a width of 10. So perimeter equals 2 times 15 again. 2 times 15 plus 2 times 10. 2 times 15 is 30. 2 times 10 is 20. 30 plus 20 is 50. So yes. Okay. Now, technically, there was a simpler, quicker way to do those. Okay, but I want to make sure I show you the proper way to solve them in case you need to. But I could have just added these up, and if it came into a total of 25, it would be a perimeter of 50, because 25 would be halfway around the rectangle. So if I had 2 sets of 25, that would be 50. So this one here is 27, so that's not going to be 50. 20 plus 5 is 25. That is going to be a total of 50. 17 and 8 is 25. 50. 15 and 5 is 20. So if I double that, that's only 40. 15 and 10 is 25. Double it, that's 50. Okay? All right, number 2. The swimming club's indoor pool is a rectangular building. Marco is laying tile around the rectangular pool. Okay, what is the area of the pool and the area of the pool and the walkway? Show your work. The area of the pool. So remember, area equals base times height. It doesn't matter which one I choose as the base. The pool is 20. It's not 26. The walkway is 26 meters. The pool is only 20 meters. And the height is not 22. The height is 16. So 20 times 16. 6 times 0, 0. 6 times 2 tens is 12 tens. Now we're going to multiply 20 by 10. That's 200. So 320 meters squared. All right, so that's the area of the pool. The area of the pool and the walkway. So that's everything, right? The pool and, so pool plus walkway. We're still going to use area equals base times height. In this case, because we want the whole thing, we're going to say 26 times 22. 26 times 22. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 more is 5. We're now going to multiply 26 by 20. So 2 times 6 is 12. Regroup to 110. We get 5. So 572 square meters. How many square meters of tile will Marco need for the walkway? Okay, so obviously we don't need tile for the pool area. He would just want the walkway. So subtract the total area and the pool area. So 572 minus 320. 252 square meters of tile is needed. All right, number 3. Match the dimensions of the rectangles in the top row with the correct area or perimeter in the bottom row. All right, so we know that area means that we can multiply them together, right? So what two numbers up here, when I multiply, would give me 36. So let's try there. That's 45. That's 36. So that'll work. So that's a length of 6 and a width of 6 would be 6 times 6, which is 36. Now let's look at this area. Again, because I know it has to be base times height. So I have to have 2 of these that when multiplied would give me 45. That gives me 54. This gives me 30. We already know that that's 36. This is 45. So, all right. Now we have 2 left. They're both perimeter. And remember that if we add the perimeters up and multiply by 2, that gives us the perimeter. So 6 plus 6 is 12, and 12 times 2 is 24. Okay, but that didn't work, right? Because that's goes to area. So it's actually, let's just looking at these two. 6 and 5 is 11, and 11 times 2 is 22. Okay. 9 and 6 is 15, and 15 times 2 is 30. All right. Kylie put a large rectangular sticker on her notebook. The height of the sticker measures 18 centimeters. The base is half as long as the height. What area of the notebook does the sticker cover? Okay, so the height is 8 centimeters. H equals 18 centimeters. The base is half as long. So what would be half as long as 18? That would be 18 divided by 2. So the base is 9. So 9 times 18. $162 square centimeters for the notebook. All right, number 5. A rectangular garden in Samantha's backyard has 100 feet around its edge. The width of the garden is 20 feet. What is the length of the garden? Use the numbers to write an equation and solve. A number may be used more than once. All right, so we know it has 100 feet around its edge. The width is 20 feet. So this is telling us perimeter. Okay, what word helps me know that? Because it says right here, around its edge. Okay, so to find perimeter, we do 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. What's the perimeter? 100. 2 times the length times 2 times the width was 20. They told us the width. All right, the perimeter keeps getting repeated. Okay, 2 times the length plus 20. Oh, I'm sorry. No. What's 2 times 20? 2 times 20 is 40. Okay, yes, 40. All right, and now we know that all the way around this flower garden is 100 feet. 40 of it is taken up with the width. So 100 take away 40 leaves us 60. So 2 times what is 60? Well, we can divide if we're not sure. How many tens can I put into 2 groups? 3. So 30. Okay. So the length of the garden is 30 feet. Number 6. Gary drew a rectangle with a perimeter of 40 inches. Then he tried to draw a square with a perimeter of 20 inches. Draw 3 different rectangles that Gary could have drawn, then draw the square if possible. Well, what do you think, guys? Well, let's see. A perimeter of 20. So that would mean that if I divide that by 2, that the length plus the width has to equal 10. So what are some combinations that could add up to 10? Well, I could have a length of 1, width of 9. I could have a length of 2 and width of 8. I could have a length of 3 and a width of 7. I could have a length of 4 and a width of 6, because 6 plus 4 is 10. And I could have a length of 5 and a width of 5. All right, so draw 3 possible rectangles. Then draw the square if possible. So I've drawn 5 possible rectangles. So we could have 1 by 9. We could have 2 by 8. We'd have 3 by 7. So those are 3 different rectangles he could have drawn to get a perimeter of 20. And he can draw a square that is 5 by 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 times 2 is 20. But remember, with a square, we can just go 5 times 4. 5 times 4 is 20. All right. Number 7. Amy and Bert are drawing plans for rectangular vegetable gardens. In Amy's plan, the garden is 13 feet by 10 feet. In Bert's plan, the garden is 12 feet by 12 feet. For number 7A through 7D, select true or false for each statement. All right, so we need to know Amy's is 13 by 10 and Bert's is 12 by 12. Rectangular gardens. Okay. So the areas, if they ask us area, it's going to be base times height. I look here at the answers and they're all in area, so we're going to use base times height. So Amy's is 13 times 10. So her area is 130 square feet. So Amy there. Bert is also going to be base times height. And his is 12 times 12. And technically, that's something you should just know. 12 times 12 is 144. All right. So Bert's is slightly bigger. All right. The area of Amy's garden is 130 square feet. Yes, true. The area of Bert's garden is 48 square feet. No. That would be the perimeter. Amy's garden has a greater area than Bert's. No, that's not true. The area of Bert's garden is 14 square feet greater than Amy's. 144, take away 130. The difference is 14. True. All right, moving on. A farmer planted corn in a field. Oh, in a square field. One side of the field measures 32 yards. What is the area of the cornfield? All right. So square is important. So we know one side is 32, and we know another side is 32. So what is 32 times 32? 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 tenths is 6. We're now going to multiply 32 by 30. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. So we get a total of 1,024 square yards. All right, Harvey bought a frame in which he put his family's picture. Okay, what is the area of the frame not covered by the picture? What is the area of the frame not covered by the picture? So this is the picture, and so we need to know this space. Okay, so what is this space in between here? Going this way. Well, the whole thing is 16 inches. The picture is 12. So the length of the frame well, let's do it this way. Figure out the area of the frame and the picture, so the whole thing, and let's find the area of the picture, and then we can subtract the two of them. Okay. So what's the frame? The frame is 16 by 22. 16 by 22. The picture is 12 by 18. All right. 16 times 22. 6 times 2 is 12. 12 plus 1 is 13. We're now going to multiply 22 by 10. 22 times 10 is 220. So the area of the frame is 352 square inches. The picture itself, 18 times 12. 8 times 2 is 16. Regroup as 1 10 and 6 ones. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 more is 3. We're now going to multiply 18 by 10. 18 times 10 is 180. So 216 square inches. All right, so now just subtract those two to find how much area is not covered by the picture. So 352, take away 216. 136 square inches are not covered by the picture. All right, number 10. Kelly has 236 feet of fence to use to enclose a rectangular space for her dog. She wants the width to be 23 feet. Draw a rectangle that could be the space for Kelly's dog. Label the length and width. Okay, so let's just draw a rectangle. And we can call that 23 feet. But now how are we going to figure out the length? Well, they gave us the total, so that's going to be helpful. So we can go perimeter equals 2 times the length plus 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. Okay, 2 times the length we don't know. We do know the perimeter. We know the width of 23. All right, so 236 equals 2 times the length plus 46. Okay, so these two sides are add up to 46. So 2 times something equals 236, take away the 46, equals 190. So what is 190 divided by 2? 9 times 2 is 18. Subtract, we get 1. Bring down the last 0 for the ones. 10 ones in two groups is 5. So 95 is our length. So if we add 95 and 23, we get 118. Is 118 plus 118 236? 16, 3, 236, yes. Okay, so we're right. 95 feet. Length equals 95. Width equals 23. All right, 550. Number 11. The diagram shows the dimensions of a new parking lot at Helen's Health Food Store. Use addition or subtraction to find the area of the parking lot. Okay, so what they mean there is if you use subtraction, you're going to assume that this whole thing is a complete rectangle. And you would subtract the missing pieces. Or you can use addition and split it into two rectangles. So I'm going to use addition. My top rectangle, okay, the top rectangle is 40 by 20. All right. Doesn't matter which one I call the base. 40 times 20. 4 times 2 is 8. 2 zeros, so 800 square yards for the top rectangle. The bottom rectangle is 10 by 30. So the area is 300 square yards. So now add those together. 800 plus 300, 1,100 square yards. Okay, so let's move on. Number 12. Chad's bedroom floor is 12 feet long and 10 feet wide. He has an area rug on his floor that is 7 feet long and 5 feet wide. Which statement tells how to find the amount of floor that is not covered by the rug? Mark all that apply. Okay, so we have a bedroom floor that's 12 by 10. We then put a rug that's 7 by 5. So this is basically, if we had a drawing, it's kind of like the picture frame question. Okay, we'll have his bedroom as 12 by 10. Okay, and then the area rug, we would say is 7 feet by 5 feet. Okay, so the area of the room is base times height. So the area would be 12 times 10. The area of the rug is also base times height. The rug is 7 times 5. So to get the answer, we finish this up. We have 120 minus 35. Okay, so add 12 times 10 and 7 times 5. No, I didn't add 12 times 10 and 7 times 5. I subtracted them. Subtract 35 from 12 times 10. Yes. Subtract 35 from 12 times 10. 12 times 10 is 120. Subtract 10 times 5 from 12 times 7. No. Where did they get 50 from? No. Subtract 7 times 5 from 12 times 10. Yes, that's the same thing as this one. Subtract 12 times 10 from 7 times 5. No, that would be backwards. Okay. All right, so just those two. 13. A row of plaques covers 100 square feet of space along a wall. If the plaques are 3 feet tall, what length of the wall do they cover? Okay, so we're saying that they're 3 feet tall. And they cover an area of 120 square feet. So area, I know that's an area problem because it says square feet. So area equals base times height. They told me the area, 120. We can assume we're trying to find the base. It doesn't matter. So 3 times something is 120. Well, that's the same as saying 120 divided by 3. 3 times 4 is 12. Subtract, we get nothing left. We still have to bring down the 0 ones to show that we can't put any ones in any of the groups. So we have 40. We have a length of 40 feet. And 40 times 3 is 120. So that checks. All right, 14. Ms. Bennett wants to buy carpeting for her living room and dining room. Explain how she can find the amount of carpet she needs to cover the floor in both rooms. Then find the amount of carpet she will need. Okay, we're going to need to find the area of both rooms. Okay, so the dining room. How would she figure out the dining room? She'd go, dining room is 15 times this space right here. Oh, well, this whole thing is 30. The living room is 20. So this has to be 10. So I can find the dining room by multiplying 15 times 10, which equals 150. The living room is 20 times 20. 20 feet by 20 feet. 2 times 2 is 4, so 20 times 20 is 400. Add 150 and 400 to get 550. Square feet of carpet. Lorenzo built a rectangular brick patio. He is putting a stone border around the edge of the patio. The width of the patio is 12 feet. The length of the patio is 2 feet longer than the width. How many feet of stone will Lorenzo need? Explain how you found your answer. Okay, so we're going to need to find perimeter first off, okay, because it says border. Okay, so that's a clue that we're going around. And so perimeter equals 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. Okay, so he's building this rectangular brick patio. He's putting a stone border around the edge. The width of the patio is 12. So we need to go 12 feet in that direction. And then we're going to have to go also the length. Okay, and so the width, they told me, is 12. And the length is 2 feet longer than the width. So the length is 2 plus 12. So the length is 14. Okay, so perimeter equals 2 times 14 plus 2 times 12. 2 times 14 is 28, and 2 times 12 is 24. So he needs 28 plus 24. He needs 52 feet of stone. Okay. Last page, 16. Which rectangle has a perimeter of 10 feet? Mark all that apply. Okay, so if perimeter is 2 times the sum of the length plus the width, then if they give me a perimeter of 10, if I divide by 2, that tells me what the two sides have to add up to. So 10 divided by 2 equals 5. So if the sides of my rectangles add up to 5, the perimeter will be 10. So 4 plus 1, that'll work. 5 plus 2, that's 7. That's not 10, because 7 times 2 is 14. 3 times 2 is 5. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. That'll work. 6 plus 4 is already 10. That's only halfway around. So it would actually have a perimeter of 20, because 10 times 2 is 20. So it's just A and C. And 17. A folder is 11 inches long and 8 inches wide. Alyssa places a sticker that is 2 inches long and 1 inch wide on the notebook. Choose the words that correctly complete the sentence. Okay, and so now the part that we need to know, to find the number of square inches of the folder that is not covered by the sticker. the amount of the folder not covered by stickers. Well, that means we have to subtract the sticker from the total area. So we need to subtract the area of the sticker from the area of the notebook. And now would tell me how much is not covered by the sticker. Okay, 18. Trisha is cutting her initial from a piece of felt. All right. For numbers 18A through 18C, select a yes or no to tell whether you can add the products to find the number of square centimeters Trisha needs. Can we do 1 times 8 and 5 times 2? Okay, so if we broke that up, the top part would be 1 times 8, and the bottom part would be 5. And how much is this piece right here? Well, these two are 3. The whole thing is 8, so 2. 5 times 2. Yes, that would work. 18A, yes. 18B, 3 times 5 times 1 times 8. So 3 times 5. 3 times 5 and 1 times 8. No, that won't work. 2 times 5 and 1 times... Okay, so let's see. If we divided it there, this would be 1 times 3, and this would be 1 times 3. The middle would be 2 times 6, because 5 plus 1 more is 6. This space is 2. This is 6. So 2 times 6. So no. And 19. Mr. Butler posts his students' artwork on a bulletin board. The width and length of the bulletin board are whole numbers. What could be the dimensions of the bulletin board Mr. Butler uses? We know area equals base times height. So basically, we have to come up with two numbers. When we multiply together, will give me 15. That means find the factors. Find the factors of 15. Well, we know 1 is a factor of all numbers, so it could be a 1 by 15. 2 will not work because 15 is not even. 3 will work. 3 times 5 is 15. 4 will not work. 15 is not even. 5 we already know will work. 6 will not work because it's not divisible. 15 is not divisible by 2 and 3. 7 won't work. 7, 14, 21. 8 will not work. 15 is not even. 9 will not work. So those are the 4 factors. So it could be 1, let's see, a width of 1, length of 15, width of 3, length of 5. And then we could also write it the other way, but it says what could be the dimensions. So that's fine. Okay. Could I say that the width was 15 and the length's 15? The length is 1? Yeah. Okay. All right. So that finishes chapter 13. That finishes our 4th grade study of mathematics. So practice for your chapter 13 test. Make sure you know the difference between perimeter and area, and may the numbers always be in your favor.